Number 12. Common traits of people who endure. Difficult lives. Dear powerful mind, right now, a voice inside you might be saying, I can't take this anymore. Perhaps you've been carrying a weight for years. Perhaps when you wake up in the morning, your first thought is, how will I get through today? And you look around. How do others do it? How can they smile? How can they keep going? What if I told you this? There are two people experiencing the same pain. Both are tired. Both are broken. But one remains standing. The other collapses. What's the difference between them? Are they stronger? No. More fortunate? No. Do they suffer less? Absolutely not. I found the answer to this question in a place where death waited at the door every moment. Behind the barbed wires of Auschwitz, in the days when hunger, cold, and hopelessness reigned. And I saw that. People who endure have something invisible, but that changes everything. 12 things. This video will share that invisible something with you in 12 parts. But first, we must acknowledge something. Perhaps your life isn't as easy as you thought. Perhaps you too are, right now, in your own Auschwitz. And perhaps these words will remind you of what you need. 1. The ability to give meaning to pain. Have you ever wondered why some people can hold on to life even after the heaviest losses? The answer isn't in the pain itself. It's in the meaning they give to the pain. There was a man I saw in the camp. Every morning he would volunteer for the hardest work. I watched him. There was a calmness in his face that others didn't have. One day I asked, "How do you endure?" He said, "I have a son waiting for me at home. Every step I take is to get one day closer to him." His pain didn't disappear, but it wasn't meaningless anymore. Now let me ask you, what is your pain saying? Is it just, this isn't fair, or is it, this is trying to teach me something? Here's the difference. Meaningless pain destroys a person. Meaningful pain builds a person. Do you see your pain as punishment or as a calling? Every day is two. Not refusing responsibility. Being a victim is the easiest role, the most comfortable role, because you can blame, you can complain, you can wait. But people who endure refuse to be victims. I learned in the camp, man cannot choose his conditions, but he can choose how to respond to his conditions. And this choice changes everything. One day, a prisoner approached me. "Life no longer has any meaning," he said. I said, "You're asking the wrong question. Life expects something from you. You don't expect something from it." He stopped. He looked. What does life expect from me? That's when he changed. Because he was no longer a victim. He had a responsibility. What are you doing right now? Are you saying, "Why me?" Or, "What can I do about this?" Because the first question diminishes you. The second question enlarges you. Emeritus 3. Expecting something in the future, man, cannot live for today alone. There must be a later. There must be a then. In the camp, the people who depleted fastest were those who lost their futures. Those who said, "I have nothing left to wait for," collapsed within days. But the person who had expectations, they could endure hunger. They could endure cold, because they had an anchor inside. When I get out of here, what are you expecting in the future? Just a vacation, a promotion? Or is there really a then that keeps you standing? Because small expectations give small support. Big expectations give big strength. Perhaps the problem isn't that you have no expectations. Perhaps your expectation isn't big enough. 4. Being aware of freedom of choice. Man can be deprived of everything, but one thing cannot be taken from him: the freedom to choose. In the camp, the body wasn't free, but the mind was always free. A guard can yell at you, but you can choose how to react to him. Will you hate or will you show compassion? You can experience a loss, but you can choose what meaning to give to that loss. Will you be destroyed or will you be transformed? Freedom of choice is independent of conditions. It always exists, but it must be seen. Think now, how many places in your life do you say, I have no choice? Do you really have no choice? Or are there just choices you don't want to see? Because people who endure always find a choice. Even if it's small. Even if it's invisible. 5. Being able to be in the moment. Anxiety about the future consumes a person. Regret about the past finishes a person. But this moment can always be carried. I learned in the camp, the person who can live today can see tomorrow. If you spend all your energy on what if tomorrow, you lose today. One evening, one of my barracks mates said to me, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but today I had warm soup. That's enough. That man lived longer than many, because he didn't worry about tomorrow. He lived today. Where are you right now? Is your mind here or in future fears? In past angers? Because life is lived only in this moment. Past and future are just thoughts. What's real is now. 6. Finding a reason for someone else. Man cannot endure for himself, but for someone else, he can endure everything. The strongest people in the camp were those who lived for their loved ones. My wife is waiting for me. When my son grows up, he'll need me. My mother is old, I must take care of her. Those who live for themselves deplete quickly. Those who live for someone else never run out. As Nietzsche said, he who has a why can bear almost any how. Who is your why? Is it just yourself or is there something bigger than you? Because living for yourself is very heavy, but living for someone else, that gives wings. 7. Being able to see beauty in small things. Hard times dull beauty, but the person who endures sees even the smallest light. One evening in the camp, I looked at the sunset. The sky was pink. Through the wires, I saw that beauty, and I thought, this place is hell, but the sky is still beautiful. In that moment, something changed inside me. Hell couldn't take everything. Beauty was still there. What small beauties aren't you seeing in your life? Your morning coffee, your child's laughter, the sound of rain. When pain is large, beauty becomes invisible. But it doesn't disappear. You just need to look. People who endure know how to look. Every day they find a small beauty, and that beauty becomes enough to live one more day. 8. Flexibility and openness to change. Life breaks plans, destroys expectations, closes roads. The person who cannot endure says, it should have been this way, and resists. The person who can endure says, it didn't turn out that way. What can I do now? And flows. In the camp to survive, many things had to be let go. Pride, expectations, habits. Every day was a new reality. Those who couldn't adapt, left. What are you resisting in your life? A past that no longer exists, a future that won't come. Resistance consumes energy. Acceptance generates energy. Perhaps the problem isn't what happens to you. Perhaps it's that you're trying to change it. 9. Self-compassion. Instead of self-pity. Self-pity is the most dangerous form of weakness because it makes you a victim and leaves you there. But self-compassion, that's different. In the camp, those who pitied themselves said, why me? This is unfair. And they depleted in anger. Those who showed themselves compassion said, this is hard, but I'm here. and I'm doing what I can. And they continued. Do you see the difference? One is a victim. The other is a hero. How do you look at yourself? Do you say poor me or strong me facing difficulties? Because self-pity diminishes you. Self-compassion enlarges you. 10. Respect for the physical body. The mind can be strong, but if the body collapses, the mind also falls. I saw in the camp, the most resilient people were those who took care of their bodies. They did small exercises. They drank water. They tried to sleep. The body is the home of your mind. If the home collapses, the mind becomes homeless. How are you treating your body? Are you neglecting it, or are you showing it respect? Are you moving? Are you resting? Are you nourishing it? Because enduring isn't just mental work, it's physical work too. And the body speaks with you, if you listen. 11. The ability to use humor and distance. If man can smile at tragedy, he doesn't become its prisoner. In the camp, some people made jokes, dark humor. In the middle of pain, a small smile. And that smile became a weapon. Because what you can smile at cannot control you. How close are you to your life? Do you take everything too seriously? Do you find yourself too heavy? Taking distance isn't indifference, it's freedom. When you say, this is very important, you chain yourself to it. When you say, this too shall pass, you become free. People who endure can look at their own tragedies from above. And sometimes they can laugh. 12. Listening to life's calling. This is the most important, the most profound. Life wants something from you. Every day, every moment. There's a calling. Silent, but there. People who endure hear this calling. They ask, what does life want from me? And they answer. In the camp, every morning when I woke up, I asked a question. What do I need to do today? Sometimes it was a very small thing. Smile at a friend. Share a piece of bread. But that small thing kept me standing that day. Because where there's duty, there's meaning. Where there's meaning, there's strength. What is your duty? What does life want from you today? Maybe to make a phone call. Maybe to apologize. Maybe just to get up. But did you hear that calling? Or are you still asking, what will life give me? Because people who endure aren't people who take, but people who give. Not people who expect from life, but people who respond to life. Final word. You're already enduring. Dear powerful mind, you've come with me this far. Perhaps you're tired. Perhaps you're saying, these are too heavy. But did you notice something? You're already enduring. The fact that you're here right now is proof that you can endure. That you're reading is proof that you're still searching. Proof that you still hope. Enduring isn't always great heroism. Sometimes it's just waking up one more day, taking one more step, taking one more breath. And you're doing this. Maybe you're not even aware, but you're doing it. These 12 points aren't magic formulas, just reminders. Reminders of things already inside you. You can give meaning to your pain. You can take responsibility. You can expect something in the future. You can choose. You can be in this moment. You can live for someone else. You can see beauty. You can be open to change. You can show yourself compassion. You can respect your body. You can smile. And you can answer life's calling. You can do these things because you're a human being. And human beings are incredible creatures. I learned in Auschwitz, man can lose everything. But as long as he doesn't lose himself, he can rebuild everything. Have you lost yourself? Or have you just lost your way? Because being lost and losing your way aren't the same thing. Lost means the end. Losing your way just means finding a new direction. And perhaps this video is your new direction. Life expects something from you. You don't know exactly what yet, maybe, but you feel it. Something is stirring inside you. That stirring is life's calling, and you're strong enough to answer. Because enduring isn't a talent, it's a choice. And you make this choice every day. Maybe you're not aware, but you're doing it, and that's enough. Man can remain standing even in the most difficult conditions if he has a why. What is your why? Find it and endure, because you're already one of those who can endure. You just haven't fully realized it yet. But now, perhaps, you're realizing. And this realization changes everything. With love,